Hey, I want to welcome you to today's devotion. You know, a number of years ago in America, there was a song that was very popular called The Sounds of Silence. And today, I want to talk to you about the sound of silence. So let's go right now to that devotion. There's a story in the Bible of the disciples are on the sea one night, on the lake one night, and Jesus comes walking out on the water and they see him and they're afraid. And Jesus says, "Take courage." It was him. And he got into the boat with them and everything was okay. And you know, sometimes we're in places where we're filled with fear. We don't know what to do, what's going to happen. And we need to just take courage and let Jesus get in the boat with us. Just allow him to look to him and see him. We need to just be still. So many times we scurry this way, we go this way, we get afraid, we panic, we do this in fear of things happening to us, when what we need to do is just be quiet, be still, let Jesus speak, and get in our boat with us. And he will take care of everything. Let me share with you something very personal that happened to me a number of years ago. I'd preached in some of the largest meetings in the world. I'd preached in Maracanã, the stadium in Brazil that was used for the Olympics, one of the world's largest stadiums. I preached in Ethiopia to 300,000 people. But during that time, I began to lose my voice. Now, the worst thing that can happen to a preacher is for him to lose his voice. And I began to lose my voice. And I went to a doctor, and over a number of months, the doctor came to me one day and said, "We're going to have to do surgery on your vocal cords." Well, I did not want to hear that. And I said, "Doc, is there any other way we can deal with this thing?" And he said this to me. He said, "Well, we can try something. I don't know if it'll work, but we can try it." He said, "You be quiet for 2 weeks. Don't say a word. Don't say good morning, hello, goodbye, anything. Just be quiet. And let's see what happens." And so I said, "Okay, let's try it." So my wife and I talked, and we decided to go to the Grand Canyon and spend time at the Grand Canyon just alone with the Lord, and just to be still and know that he is God. And I just would do nothing but listen, try to hear from God. And the only scripture that kept coming to me was from Psalms chapter 46 and verse 10 that says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in all of the earth. Be still and know that I am God." No, I want to tell you something. God just gripped my heart. And in those 2 weeks, he did such a deep work in my life. I didn't speak. My wife was with me. I didn't speak to her. I didn't speak to anyone around me. I just listened. I was still. I let Jesus get in the boat with me. And I want to tell you what, the rest is history. We've seen God do so many great and tremendous things. I'm so glad for those 2 weeks. And by the way, God did heal my voice during those 2 weeks too. I did not have to have surgery. But I want you to know something. I met with God, and I learned how precious the sound of silence is, just to be still, to be quiet, to quiet my heart, to quiet my life, to be still and to listen to the voice of Jesus. Find a place, find a time, get quiet, be still, and listen to the voice of God.